Hi, it's Guy DiMartino. I'm a Northwest Indiana estate planning and probate lawyer. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about mental decline, senility, cognitive impairment, and whether something as simple as aspirin can help. But before I get started, if you ever have any questions about an Indiana estate planning or probate matter, you can always reach out to me at indianaestatemeeting.com and we can set up an appointment, discuss your concerns. We can do it by video, we can do it by telephone, probably not in person right now because we're in the middle of the coronavirus issue. So this is an article that, well, before I get started explaining the article, one of the mechanisms for dementia, senility, loss of cognitive decline can be because of hardening of the small blood vessels in the brain. It can be an atherosclerotic type of decreasing blood supply, which decreases nutrition to the cells, which decreases the ability to get the oxygen to the area, which can decrease your ability to function cognitively or have memory loss. And these are the folks that a lot of times they also have hardening of the arteries in other parts of their body. These folks might have and undergo TIAs, the transient ischemic attacks. You see, when we talk about ischemia, we're talking about blocking of a blood vessel. And so these are the folks that usually have a long-term pathway to loss of cognitive ability and dementia, as opposed to somebody who might have Alzheimer's disease or severe traumatic brain injury. Those folks can go into dementia or cognitive decline a lot quicker. So one of the theories out there that was that if you take aspirin, like folks who are taking it to prevent second heart attacks, because it's a potential blood flow problem, and aspirin decreases the viscosity of the blood and makes the blood more slippery, or as folks say, thins the blood, that it would help with the circulation in the small blood vessels in the brain. So the journal Neurology did a long study with almost 20,000 participants, and they followed the folks, and they were 70 above, and the criteria for going into the study was that they didn't have any significant memory issues or heart issues, and they started giving them aspirin, a certain dosage of aspirin, and they followed them over years, and then they saw the folks who ended up getting dementia. Then they had a control group with folks who did not get the aspirin, and then they followed them and looked at the numbers of folks who started to have dementia. And what the study determined was that aspirin does not help cognitive decline. So aspirin is not something that's going to impact you if you first get your first diagnosis of, you're starting to slip, or senior moments, or things along those lines. Now, a few weeks ago, I published a video that looked at the effects of progressive resistance exercise on cognitive decline. And in that study showed that exercising, either body weight exercise, using pneumatic machines, or using weights to help lift, actually had a very significant effect on somebody's cognitive decline. So give up the aspirin if that's your concern and start exercising. If you have any questions about what an estate planning or elder law lawyer can do for you, once you first get diagnosed with cognitive decline, or if you're told that you're starting to get dementia or your loved one is starting to get dementia, you can always reach out to me. Be more than happy to discuss your situation with you, and we can discuss what the next 5 or 10 years is going to look like. If you have any questions, you can give me a call. I am Guy DiMartino. Have yourself a great day.